History and Science. My name is Regina Hall, Director for the museum, and we are standing in Light Lab. Light Lab stands for Learning, Innovation, Technology, and Education, and this is our new science space that we've just introduced to the museum. It opened in June of 2011. Our goal in the science space is to bring audience members from kindergarten through 12th grade in and give them a hands-on experience working with our museum challenges and activities that staff have developed for this particular space. Each table has a different activity or challenge on it, and families, students, groups, anyone who comes in can sit at each of these tables to work through a particular science challenge. And as they finish, they can either record their data, they can ask questions of the staff, but they are they're actually discovering on their own, their science and looking for an answer to that particular challenge, but it's not a place where we actually give the answer, facilitate the answer. The audience will search through, work through, and discover on their own what that particular answer is. Okay, now we're in Nature's Trading Post. I think this is one of our most fascinating exhibits within the Museum of Natural History and Science. It's an exhibit where visitors, and especially young visitors, can come in and they can bring items that they find within their natural environment. We also try to encourage our visitors to be aware of what's in their environment and also to become responsible collectors and responsible stewards of our environment. Sometimes children are not always able to see a squirrel, and so we have a squirrel from our collections. We've included snake skins from different pythons that are here. We also have eagles. Eagles are not found in everyone's backyard, so we wanted children to be able to see what an actual eagle looks like. To the right of the squirrel, we also have a wasp nest. Definitely something we don't want to get close to, but again, they can observe this and they can do research on that wasp nest when they're in Nature's Trading Post. Children can observe nature in as close of a natural habitat as we can create for our Madagascar hissing cockroaches. Many times they can see how a Madagascar hissing cockroach eats, the type of food that it will eat, and on occasion we've even seen the hissing cockroaches give birth, and that has always fascinated our young visitors. Hello, we're now standing in one of the rooms in our limestone immersion cave here in the Museum of Natural History and Science. The cave is one of our most interesting and one of our most visited exhibits within the museum. Right now we're in the formation room, and in the formation room we can see stalagmites, which actually form from the water dripping down from the ceiling, and as the water begins to drip, 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 it begins to land on itself and builds a large calcified formation. And that is our stalagmite. The stalactites are the ones that hang from the ceiling. And then this large structure here is known as a column. A column is when we have a stalactite and a stalagmite joined together. The water has dripped so slowly that instead of just running off and landing in the pools that have formed on the bottom, they begin to land on top of each other, and over time they begin to build one large column. And even though we may touch one of these structures within the museum, we strongly encourage visitors when they go into a real cave such as Mammoth Cave, please never touch any of your structures in there. Those structures take years and years and years to form, and because of the bacteria that we have on our hands, we could literally destroy one of these columns or other structures within a real cave, a live cave. We also have the different wells. In the water, we can come in and we can study the different life forms that may be found in there, the small microscopic life forms that are found in the many wells in the water of our caves. A cave has 4 items that it needs in order to form. You need water, you need limestone, you need acid, and you need a lot of time. So when you walk into a cave, you want to be sure that you leave it just as you found it. Don't take anything and that could disrupt the growth, the life that is happening inside of a cave or growing inside of a cave. And you want to respect that. And caves now are preserved and they are protected by our government. to protect the life that is growing inside of them. And